with your everyday woman. I'm just gonna go ahead and do something kind of fun today, and I'm just gonna go ahead and rank all of my blushes. Now these blushes have been stuff I've been collecting over the last couple of years, a couple of different formulas in there, and let's just go ahead and get right into it. I have a total of 12 formulas. I mean, one's like a 3-in-1. So let's go ahead and start with number 12. I am ranking them from least best, yeah, least like to most favorite. So number 12 is my Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Blush. I have mine in the shade Work. You know, really for me, and it's not that I dislike this, it's just, it's not my favorite formula to use. I don't really like lip and cheek products are just kind of weird to me. Like, they just kind of have a weird texture, and it's not something that's my favorite. The next one has a holiday collection from last year from Tarte, and it's their Blush Trios. These, again, I don't dislike them. They're not my favorite formula. I feel like I've got other things in my collection that I like more. I had debated decluttering these for a while, but then I go to use them and I find that I do like them. I think they're all too very similar in tone instead of having like 3 different tones, which would have essentially been nice. After that, number 10 would be my NARS liquid blush in the shade Orgasm. I know this is like a cult favorite for me, honestly. It's a good blush. It's a great blush. I actually really do like it. The reason why it's so low on my list is because I just don't like the application process of it. It's like I gotta stick it on my hand, then I gotta stick it on my cheek, rub it in with my finger, rub it in with a brush, rub it in, you know, and do like a bunch of steps just to get the blush on. And it's not something I want to just grab, put on my cheeks and go. It does take a process, but the wear is nice and it's actually very beautiful. It's just, it gets really intense really quickly. Number 9 is my Jordana Color Tint Blush Sticks. This does not have a shade name on it, and honestly, it's a really good blush. You got to be careful with it because it gets really intense really fast, and it is, I mean, I do love it. I think the biggest reason why it's at number 9, not higher on my list, is just because I'm not really into cream blushes. I like a powder blush, but this very well could change in the future as I play around more with cream blushes. Number 8 is my Ulta Mineral Blush, and I have mine in the shade Peony. I have been using this blush for years. This was the first blush I used when I started getting into makeup when I was a teenager. And honestly, the reason why it's as low as it is just because I don't reach for it that much anymore. This is probably my 3rd one of these that I've had. But I do like the formula. I think if I were to play with it more, it would be ranked higher on my list. It's just again, not something I reach for, and I've got other formulas that I've been playing around with that I tend to like a little bit more. My number 7, we're like at the middle of the pack here, is my Physicians Formula Multicolored Blush. I have mine in the shade Blushing Peach. This for me is an OG product. I did use this when I first started getting into makeup, and I didn't really wear foundation. It's been a while since I've done that, but this is just one of those blushes that I have because it's something I've used for years, and I do really like it. It's just, I don't know, for me it's just like the tone is a little like, it's too muted for a peach for me, but not so muted that I could use it as like a bronze blush or anything like that. So I do, you know, it's just, that's why this is just kind of like one of those like, it's okay, but it's not my favorite kind of products. Number 6, we are getting into the top half here, is my Anastasia Blush Trio, and I have mine in the shade Pink Passion. I do really like these tones. They're pink, so if you want a pink blush, this would be your go-to. They're very similar in tones, and honestly, it's just, for me, it's nothing special to where it's like an all-time favorite, but it's one of those ones that I love to break out every once in a while, especially when I'm wanting more of a bolder pink blush. After that is my IT Cosmetics Ombre Blush. This is number 5, my IT Cosmetics Ombre Blush. I do like this. I think it's very pretty. I think you can get some more lighter tones here, but if you're wanting more deeper blush, you can go down here. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's so like, I wish there was more lighter like peach in here, and then it kind of faded more. So I really can't use it, like I can't really use this unless I use a very light hand. But overall, it's just kind of a fun one to play with. I love just, you know, playing around, seeing, you know, playing with the deeper tones, and then, you know, you can use it as an eyeshadow. It would be like a very pretty transition shade or even a lid shade if you'd like. So it's just kind of a fun one for me, and I do plan on getting more from this brand. I just haven't yet. So now we are in the top 4 of my favorite blushes. So this one here is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush, and this is in the shade Dazzled. I got this, I want to say end of last year, and I absolutely love it. I love how the pink is there, but it's very muted, it's very wearable, it's super just, it's like, for me this is kind of like, I'm going into my stash, I just want a very quick blush to pop on my cheeks before I get out the door. This is that blush, and this is just, it's been mine. So this is number 4 on my list, but it's my number 1 go-to. But there are a couple of formulas that I like just a little bit more. And so number 3 will be my Milani. It's a Blossom Time blush in the shade Coral Cove. I love it. I think the peach shade is just about perfect for my skin tone. It's just kind of fresh. It's not too intense. It's not bad at all. And it's such a beautiful, just overall flush of color when I'm wanting a more coral tone blush. Number 2 would be my Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo. It's got the matte and the shimmer side. This is a little bit more intense than like some of my other pink blushes, but I love it because if I want a matte blush, I dip into this one. If I want a more intense one, I dip into this one, or not intense but shimmery one. And this is my a great go-to when I'm wanting more of a full, like, kind of intense blush, but really want it kind of more pinky tone. So now, number 1, and you're probably going to wonder why I didn't rank the 2 blushes together. It is my Milani Blossom Time blush in the shade, or it's the, I don't know the names of these. Seriously, it's not clear to me, but this is the shade Blossom Time Rose. And the reason why I love it is because it's so easy. It's the perfect shade of pink. Just like this one here, I'm able to pop it on my cheeks and get out the door with. So for me, it's such a beautiful blush. It's a very easy go-to blush. It's not too intense, but it's intense enough that that it looks like you've got a little, like a good rosy cheek. So I absolutely just love this. And with that, those are my blushes. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this fun video. And with that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video. God bless and bye, guys.